Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
I was a perfectly healthy person, and the only thing I did differently was get a vaccination recommended by my doctor. And now that I have this disease or syndrome or whatever the heck it is, this paralysis, this inability to have any quality of life, it's hard not to think about the decisions of the Governor Brown and Senator Richard Pan on the mandatory bill they signed into law requiring children to be vaccinated in order to get a public education. It's all about the money, folks. And they've taken away your right, your obligation to look after your best interests in your family. And they don't mind 10, 20%, 15% of the population being taken out in one way or another through their bad vaccines.
All right, that was just a little snippet of Poisoned by a Vaccination. That was John Berchielli that you saw in that video, and I'm joined now by the producer of that video, Telly Blackwood. Telly, thank you for joining us. So tell me, how did you get involved with this story?
Well, pretty much John Berchielli is my good friend. He's a master gardener, and I've been learning from him, self-sustaining vegetable growing and all that good stuff. And it was a whole week I didn't hear from him, and I didn't know what happened to him. And finally I got a note he was in the hospital. I got a hold of him, and I went and saw him, and he was like 75% paralyzed, and he was just really messed up. I just didn't understand what happened to him until we got news that he got the vaccination. When he was able to talk normal all the way and being able to say what happened, then it was clear that the vaccination almost took him out. And so I've already been against the vaccines in the first place. I'm highly opposed to SB277. I'm actually doing a little bit of co-op with Tim Donnelly against it. He got really sick from it, the GBS syndrome, and had a partial stroke. Then I just, I wanted to help, and the only way I know of is I'm really good at making videos.
Right. And so, I'm sorry, when did this all occur?
It happened about 3 weeks ago. It was, I believe it was the second Monday of June.
Wow, that is incredible. So just basically someone's life transformed overnight. So give me a little background on John Berchielli there.
John is a community figure. He works a lot with schools and families. I was actually responsible for several schools in the Twin Rivers district having salad bars and healthy salads and fruits and vegetables in their lunches. He goes to plants trees everywhere and makes garden happiness for everybody. Really, really great guy.
Yeah, but it's also kind of serendipitous, I would say. I mean, obviously, not a great thing that happened, but mandatory vaccinations just passed there. Senator Pan had a big hand in getting that all passed. And he kind of has ties there with John Berchielli. So kind of odd, just like a very odd stroke of fate there that this would happen to someone who actually used to work as a volunteer for the senator.
Well, back before he got into his position by actually lying and having a false address where he could run for his position. So right off the bat, he was already fraudulent. Mm-hmm. He was actually a volunteer for Dr. Pan, just before he got elected, and he worked a lot with helped a lot with reestablishing the pediatric system here in Sacramento. Mm-hmm. He was involved in a lot of good, wholesome stuff. And after Pan got elected and got his funding from Big Pharma and the university, who pretty much bought his election for him anyway. Mm. And down the road, a couple of years later, and here he is, half dead.
Yeah, and so tell me a little bit about what happened. What was the vaccine that he took, and a little bit about that? I mean, because this was just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, originally I thought it was the Tdap. From what he's seen, it was just a 3-in-1: the whooping cough, tetanus, and something else I can't pronounce. That was the main vaccine he got. He had gotten on the Monday. He was at the doctor. He just got done with his physical. He just got his lab results back. Everything was, very healthy, man. And doctor suggested, hey, let's get this shot. You need it. And he was very reluctant to get it. And doctor said, it'll be okay. No problems. Look at me. I'm fine. He took the shot. Then 4 days down the road, he started getting, from the point of injection, started feeling more and more sick. By the 5th day, he was starting to collapse, and it wasn't feeling in his body, his legs, his arms.
Wow.
By the 7th day, he was, paralyzed, totally paralyzed in the hospital. Half of his face was drooping like Rambo, It was all bad.
Wow. And so that's kind of a very common vaccine. I think it's mandatory for people that are going to be working in hospitals and things like that. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, also he's on, has state disability. So I think I'm not sure if 100% if it was a requirement or not. I'm really surprised based upon, me and him already have active, I can't say the word, activism background already against this. So I was really surprised that he actually took the vaccine.
Right. Oh, my goodness. I mean, yeah, someone that's already very actively an opponent of this. So obviously, there in California, they just passed SB277 and it's mandatory vaccinations and a lot of support. You guys are getting a lot of support there from the activists, but some pushback as well. So what's been the response from the hospital? Has anyone from Senator Pan's office tried to get in contact with you?
I had one phone call, which I was able to trace back to UC Davis here in Sacramento. It was pretty much a quick call telling me to take the video down or they're going to sue me, which I thought was pretty funny because I don't have much to sue for anyway. But that was only part of my part. Of course, I had Facebook haters and Twitter haters and the usuals and trying to throw up their CDC science and excuses while they're ignoring the huge amounts of people are suffering injuries.
Yeah.
Ranging from autism to GPS to, who knows.
Yeah, and it's right there in their face. This happened to your friend who's an adult, perfectly healthy adult who is obviously very conscious of, eating organic food and things like that. And then now we have such a frightening authoritarian bill be passed right there in that same state where people are questioning how can parents have any concern whatsoever for their children. And these are young children who don't even have a healthy immune system at this point, haven't even built up their immunity. And then you see this happening to a grown man. It's just terrible. So
I really had to hop aboard the fight. Not only has happened to my one of my closest friends. I'm going to be a dad at the end of the year. I already had kids prior; they're all grown. But I'm going to be a dad again at the end of the year. And it's going to be a cold day in oblivion before anyone puts one of those things near me or my child.
Yeah. Oh, that's just so frightening. I can't imagine being in California right now. Well, just one last question to kind of wrap it up. I know you said you've got a big video that's about to come out with even more hard-hitting information, if that's possible.
Yeah, one unique thing about his case that not too many people have is the doctors and his, primary care people actually said and believe this was caused by the vaccination. So a lot of times where they're not to link autism and other things to vaccinations, but this one case, Dr. linked it.
Wow, they can't deny it. And talk to me just quickly about the video you've got out today.
Yeah, he's working pretty hard. I put out a little video of his rehabilitation. He's actually standing and walking on bars with assistance, of course, but he wasn't supposed to even be able to stand up before he left here. Over at Sutter Medical here, that had been on media lockdown a couple days ago, they were getting mass phone calls from the media all day trying to get a hold of John and get interviews on the case, but they've been totally denied. They're banning cameras inside of here. So when we came here yesterday, there was about 3 local broadcast vehicles out front.
Wow.
The media has been lurking around trying to, I heard everything on the news here locally just yet, but I know they're trying to get the info.
Well, Telly Blackwood, tellyblackwood.com. Everybody, make sure you go check out this video, share it with your friends, share it on Facebook, on Twitter. Get the word out there. Let people see that there are repercussions sometimes with vaccines. Yes, it's very rare, a very rare instance, but it does happen. Telly Blackwood, thank you so much for just, you know, making the effort to make a story out of this and tell this man's story so people can see for themselves, you know, what could possibly happen.
No problem. I'm just getting started.
That's it for the show tonight. If you're watching us on YouTube, please become a subscriber. Help us take it to the next level. Share our channel with all of your friends. You can also become a subscriber to prisonplanet.tv. You'll get instant access to over 18 years worth of content there. Alex Jones Show, all the special reports, and as well as all of our documentaries and ebooks. So be sure to check that out, and you can share your username and password with up to 20 people at the same time. That's just for you. Thanks for tuning in to the show tonight. We'll see you here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central.
I want to talk about a perfect storm today. And the perfect storm I'm going to discuss is a really good perfect storm. I have prayed, literally, to be able to find a high-quality gun sponsor that is affordable and that is extremely well-made and effective that I can promote to my audience. About 6 months ago, we get contacted by Head Down Firearms, hdfirearms.com. Low cost compared to competitors, super high quality, super lightweight, super accurate, and the experts salivate over it and love it. Their entire line of 5.56, 308, and their accessories are simply amazing, and it's designed by battle-hardened vets that know what they wish they would have had. You need to go to hdfirearms.com today, or you can visit headdownproducts.com. That's headdownproducts.com.
You are watching the Infowars Nightly News, which airs 7 p.m. Central at InfoWarsNews.com. And your support is helping us defend liberty worldwide.